Do you ever try to avoid having difficult or divisive conversations? Well, me too. My name is Jared, and I hate having to talk to someone about an issue that I know may create tension or division. Ugh. But we're all faced with those conversations, so how do we deal with them? Well, in this series, I want to share some practical principles and tips that will help you approach your difficult and divisive conversations with the right attitude. So let's start with this. When you have a difficult conversation, focus first on what you have in common. For example, one of the things we can all agree on is that what's best for people is what's best. Like the disagreement may be over the fact that you think one thing is best and I think another thing is best, but we can both agree we want what's best for people. We can also agree on the idea that every person has equal value, dignity, and worth. So when we disagree with people, how do we still treat them with dignity and try to gain agreement on what's best? Well, the first step is really this: be curious and ask questions. This is very counterintuitive, but James, the brother of Jesus, instructed us this way. He said, everyone should be quick to listen, slow to speak, and slow to become angry. Did you catch that order? He says to start by listening and not speaking. But I don't need to listen to them. I already know what they're wrong about. Well, no, you should be quick to listen, slow to speak, and slow to become angry, even towards the people with whom you disagree. Part of the reason we have so many conflicts is because we do the opposite of that. We lecture people instead of listening, but when you're having a difficult or divisive conversation, be quick to listen, slow to speak, and it will help you be slow to become angry. Now, here's why this matters so much. Listening is a powerful way to treat another person with value and dignity. When I choose to listen to you, I'm demonstrating that I care about you. I'm communicating that you matter more to me than just whether you believe or behave like me. See, I'm showing you that I want to see and understand life from your point of view, not just get you to see life from mine. I can't do that if I'm quick to speak. When I'm quick to speak, it's because I just want to make a point. I'm right, you're wrong, and I can prove it. But there's nothing respectful or valuing about making a point. And to make matters worse, people who make a point never end up making a difference. You want to know why? Because if you're right, but you treat the person wrong, then you're wrong. If you're right, but you refuse to treat someone else with dignity and value, then you've lost your chance to make a difference. You know what makes a real difference? Being quick to listen, slow to speak, and slow to become angry. Pronouncements make a point. Conversations make a difference. And a great conversation is built on listening. Here's another benefit of listening. It humanizes the person we're talking with. It's much easier to vilify some group than someone. Isn't that true? I mean, you can vilify and demonize and generalize a group. All those rich people, all the people who live in that neighborhood are the problem. All those people on welfare are lazy and need to get a job. All those Republicans don't care about social issues. All those Democrats just want to make us socialists. All those blacks just need to work harder. All those whites are just trying to keep us down. All those Hispanics are ruining our economy. You can vilify a group. You can even vilify a person if you make assumptions about them. They're so lazy. They'll never get anything right. They're just out for themselves. They're looking out for themselves first. But when you sit down across the table from someone and listen to their story, you get to know them. You hear their point of view. You find yourself better understanding where they're coming from. And sometimes you discover you were wrong about what's driving them. So if you need to have a difficult or divisive conversation, first listen to show dignity. Show them you value them more than you value your position, because people matter more than your point. And you don't make a difference by making a point. You don't make a difference by getting mad and shouting at people how wrong they are. You make a difference by listening and learning, by seeking to understand before being understood. The first step to difficult and divisive conversations is to treat the person on the other side not as an enemy, but as someone with inherent dignity, because according to God, that's who they are.